The fourth pillar of faith: to believe the Hadis and the Prophet involving 10 basic principles. First basic principle is to believe in the resurrection of the dead and the day of judgment as in the Hadis. It is a settled fact, like the beginning of our creation. God said, people say, who shall give life to bones when they are rotten? Say, he shall give life to them who gave them life at first. 36:78. The beginning of creation is the proof of its resurrection. God said, your creation and your resurrection are like a single soul. 31:27. Resurrection is the second stage of men and is possible like the first stage of creation. Second basic principle: it is the question of Munkar Nakir, which have been mentioned in traditions, and therefore to believe in it is compulsory. The second life will be in such a place where he will be questioned. This is possible naturally, as the stillness of the dead man's corpse or its failure to hear the questions put to it will refute it, because a sleeping man is openly still and dead like, but his soul feels pain and pleasure at the time of the dream. Its effect can be seen when he wakes up from the sleep. The Prophet used to hear the words of Jibreel and see him, but men surrounding him did not hear his words and did not see him. As God did not give them such powers of sight and hearing, they did not see and hear. The third basic principle is to believe in the punishment of the grave as has come in the Sharia. God said, they will be exposed to me morning and evening and on the day of judgment. The supporters of Fir'aun will be given severe punishment. 40:49. This is possible, and to believe it is compulsory. Animals have got special organs to feel pain and pleasure, even though they are eaten by ferocious animals. Fourth basic principle is to believe that the balance is true. God says, I will set up just balance on the day of judgment. 21:48. God says, those whose balance will be heavy will get salvation, and those whose balance will be light will be losers. 7:7. The fifth basic principle is to believe in the bridge which is spread on the back of hell, thinner than a hair and sharper than the edge of a sword. God said, guide them to the bridge of hell and tell them to wait there, as they will be questioned. 27:23. It is possible because God is who makes the bird fly in the horizon, can take the people to travel on the bridge. Sixth basic principle is the belief that paradise and hell have been created by God. God says, way in haste for pardon of your Lord, and of paradise vast as the heavens and the earth, prepared for those who fear God. 1:27. This proves that paradise and hell are created. Seventh basic principle is to believe that the rightful Imams after Abu Bakr, Omar, Osman and Ali, and the Prophet's attention was not upon any particular Imam. As to struggle which took place between Muawiyah and Ali, it was the result of difference of opinion to discover the truth by ijtihad. Hazrat Muawiyah did not do it for leadership. Hazrat Ali considered that the mode of punishment of the murderers of Usman was to be belated as they got relations in the army. Hazrat Muawiyah considered that their arrest was better, as their influence might help further bloodshed. Eighth basic principle is to believe the excellence of the companions in accordance with their chronological order in which they succeeded the Prophet, and the real excellence is in the sight of God, and that it did not come to anybody except for the Holy Prophet. Several verses to that effect in praise of the companions were revealed, and there are a number of traditions. Ninth basic principle is to believe that an Imam, in addition to his qualifications of being a Muslim, mature and intelligent, must have 5 qualities. He must be a male, he must be a God-fearing man, he must be learned, he must be competent, and he must belong to the tribe of Quraysh. As the Prophet said, the leaders are from Quraysh. When these qualities are found in a man, he is fit to become an Imam or a ruler, provided a majority of the people swear allegiance to him. Those who oppose the majority of the people are rebels, and it is incumbent on him to bring them under control. The 10th basic principle is that a man who is invested with the power of rule is found lacking in God fear and learning, and if there is a fear of disturbance and trouble in the case of his removal, then his rule will stand, because if he is removed, two conditions will happen. Another man will be reinstated in his place, or post will remain vacant. In the first case, the harms will be caused to the Muslims in general will be greater than the harms of one who has got no God fear and learning in him. The qualities of leadership are for the greater good of the people. These 4 pillars involving 40 basic principles are the articles of faith. He who believes in these things follows Ahl Sunnah, or the people of the ways of the Prophet. Jazakallahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.